All right, look, we're just a week or two into the NBA season, but I think he is clearly the front runner for the MVP. I think the rule changes and the rule emphasis freed things up. I think I said it yesterday. Steph is going to score 70, 80 points this year in a game. It's going to happen. The rules are dictating it. The rules favor Steph. He's going to win a third MVP.
I don't think he's going to win it. Look, he's the favorite right now, but we all know that the MVP award is a traveling trophy. If not, Jordan would have won it every single year. There were times we were like, Kobe, why isn't he winning it every single year?
I never thought that, but go ahead.
Okay, respect. Whitlock has always been on the island. Now we have that verified. But look, there's going to be some Curry fatigue. Like, okay, we've seen this before. Is he going to do something different? And two, the more important reason, KD's on that team, bruh. And look, KD has a brother by the name of Tony D. And Tony D gonna hit him, be like, hey, bruh, go get your team back. Hey, bruh, you are an MVP yourself, two-time finals MVP. There's gonna be a moment where that baton won't be solely in Steph Curry's hand. KD's gonna say stick, if y'all know track. Stick. That means hand the baton back, bruh. My turn to go out there and give you 50 plus. So I think that shared experience is gonna hurt him.
So you're saying that MVP award is a Rolling Stone?
Mm-hmm. You know what it is. You know what it is. Like Papa.
Well, depending on who Papa. Well, not my Papa.
You're right.
But I will say this. I think, first of all, it's a handful of games in. We're talking MVP. That's just the nature of this business. But I will say this, Whitlock. Don't sleep on that guy in the East, Kawhi Leonard, over there in Toronto. Yeah, what he's doing over there. Yeah, they're undefeated as well. But I will say this. I do think if Steph continues to put up these type of numbers, I don't think this is sustainable, but put up high amount of numbers, then I think the MVP award will favor him because KD is on that team. Because I think a lot of people felt like once KD came over, the MVP award would be vacant from Golden State during their stretch, during their run. Yeah. But if Steph can prove and show that he is still the face, which we all know, still the face of that team, the most prolific player on that roster, I think the award goes to him.
I don't think Steph's going to back up. I think he's going to average between 33 and 34 points a game just because they're scoring so many points in the NBA. I think Marcellus makes a fascinating point. I don't know if it's the one you're making, but I'm just wondering if Steph does win a third MVP and reemerges himself as the clear face of Golden State, does that make it more likely that Kevin Durant bounces, or does it make it more likely he stays?
I love you, and I hate you. I just heard you say the point that Marcellus made. I don't know if you're making that point, Marcellus. What the hell? Yeah, I made that point. KD is not going to let this happen on his watch, and it's not even in contention. It's not, when you make a great point.
Does he stay?
I stay because I'm getting paid on my day off. Like, think about it. When he takes a night off, and that's not by effort, it's just by production, Steph goes for 51. He's like, we won. We did that. And then it's going to be my turn to do it. And Steph's like, all right, I'll give you 22. We won. We'll take that. That's how they won last year in a coasting effort. It was challenging in the playoffs, but that's just the formula for this team. And let's not act like we're new to the Steph Curry balling out of control conversation. Look at this full screen of who has the most 50-point games since 2012. James Harden, who we haven't brought up yet, but Steph Curry, 6. So for the new rules changes that you're talking about, Whitlock, we respect those, but Steph Curry's been doing this.
50 and three-quarters. Let's get those stats.
Okay. Yeah, we ain't built that one yet. A lot of prep needed for this show. Not all dedicated.
Does KD stay?
No. Does KD stay?
If Steph reemerges as the clear face MVP, I think it makes it more likely that KD leaves.
Look, I don't know if that would make it likely, but I will say this. KD doesn't owe Golden State anything. He went there. He wasn't. It's not like he was in OKC. This is a situation. I think, knowing KD how I know him, he's a sensitive guy. And he will acknowledge and confirm that he's a sensitive guy. He's getting tired of people saying he rolled on the coattails, even though he was the reason why they did win those last 2 championships, finals MVP back-to-back. But I do think he's going to want a challenge. I do think he's going to want to prove doubters wrong, that he can lead a team. It just wasn't the right cards in OKC. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because you're not keeping it consistent. Keep
Well, why
it 100.
not?
Say it with your chest. You said last week he going to the Knicks. Now,
No, I didn't say that.
I listen. I actually watch you on
I said
TV.
the Knicks.
I'm the one. I'm the one that
You're the only one.
watches.
You that one got that rating. I said the Knicks will go after him. I said I think he will give them some time as far as a meeting.
Okay.
But I didn't say he'll go there.
Okay, but certainly you think next year, different uniform, just to prove I could be the one guy.
Marcellus, here, I just think we're looking at a different NBA with these rules, and there's so much offensive freedom. If I'm Kevin Durant after I win a third title, I'm like, man, let me go somewhere where I can enjoy all of this freedom. Because KD's a guy that if he had his own team, under these circumstances, he might average 40.
Yeah.
He might put up some really unprecedented Wilt Chamberlain-like numbers that would elevate his status. I think it would make sense for him to move on. All right, that to me says that Luke Walton's feeling a little heat, and he transferred that heat onto his own players.
Exactly. As we know, organizations don't fire the team. They fire the coach. And Luke's like, look, them 0-4 coaches don't have jobs. Do y'all remember Mike Brown when he came back to the Lakers? What was that, his second season? They started off 0-5. He didn't get to 0-6. They were like, got to go, bro.
Hey, and David, don't forget about David Black, number one seed.
Yeah.
He's still out there.
They went and got David off the seat. Look, once LeBron lands on your organization, and he lands on the organization, they call it the LeBronomy, man. The economy.
The LeBronomy.
Yeah, the economy changes with LeBron. Don't steal that. And so when he's there, there is pressure.
Yeah, no doubt.
Much is given, much is expected. LeBron has to ball, but Luke, you got to make it happen. And I think Luke felt it finally in that moment. He said, unleash, please, for me.
He definitely did feel it. I'm glad, but that's good analysis right there, Marcel. That's the finest thing you ever said today. But I'll say this, look at the lineup change you made, too. Wasn't I calling for? Yeah. I was calling for Josh Hart to get up in that spot. Look already. And Luke, just a week ago, said, it's too early. It's too premature to talk about start lineup change. He's clearly feeling the heat. That's what LeBron James provides. He provides heat. It can be good. It can be bad. But it depends on certain people you ask. You ask Mike Brown, you ask David Black, they'll probably say something otherwise. But look, this is going to be, I know it's considered an evaluation year for the most part, but it's an evaluation year for the coach as well.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, primarily. Because, again, LeBron ain't going anywhere, and all these pieces are pretty disposable. And so, I believe, like LeBron was talking about patience after they started 0-3. But that may have been what he said publicly. Looking at the way Luke Walton responded, is like LeBron might be saying that, but the way the organization feels, we can't be 0-4. We know the schedule gets a lot rougher after Phoenix. They got a difficult stretch here, and I love the Josh Hart move. And then the other thing, I got to admit, and I got to go there, once again, Lonzo Ball.
My boy, Lonzo.
He threw up one Scud missile air ball, but other than that.
He good for that.
Other than that, Lonzo looked halfway decent.
He's selling them shoes. Ain't he selling them shoes?
I know he's selling shoes, but if it's a game of Survivor, he's trying to survive.
Hey, man, I'm unapologetic. I love me some ball brand, big baller brand, man. And my boy out there balling for these Lakers. I will go here. If you Luke Walton, you have to stir it up any way you want to, because do not get deluded by this whole conversation of patience. It doesn't exist. I've been on rebuilding teams, and I've been on teams that, hey, we were fully loaded, expected. Expectations are always the same because they're still printing money. They're still selling tickets, and fans are not just trying to see their hard-earned money wasted. So you better go out there and ball, and I think that this Lakers team can do something this year. They're just trying to lower expectations.
They ain't winning 54.
They're winning 50, though.
Just think about this. He cussed the team out before playing the Phoenix Suns.
Says a lot.
Says a lot.
Says a whole lot. All right, thank you, Chris. Coming up.